No, I mean, Seb, he is sort of the classic, hey, I'm going to take this hero to the offlane and I'm going to make it work. So I think a lot of people are going to be watching and waiting to see what exactly he is capable of when he's going to be running this Lina in the offlane position. We'll see what sort of magic Seb has up his sleeves, see what he's able to do. I mean, you know, sort of if you were to go big brain, what other than sort of the tag team potentially in lane, what else do you think Seb's looking at this game and saying this is a great Lina game for?
Just high burst versus Troll, the high magic damage, something that Troll doesn't like to play versus, and it gives them that the variable that, you know, they pick the Omni Knight for the Guardian Angel to protect against physical damage. This now gives them that big magical damage element. But I think besides that, it really is mostly just along the tag team and him just thinking that, I guess he looks at the lane and he's like, this has to be an Omni Knight Troll lane because the way that they pick their heroes, and he's probably like, I can get away with this. How the hell do they actually get on top of Alina with these two? It's very unlikely unless a Rubik rotation comes. So maybe he feels like he can just get away with this hero in the offlane. So this is very similar that we saw from OG Do versus Secret at the WePlay tournament when they just do this Empower, Alacrity PA, and just buff up mid one as much as possible. Actually, very similar, especially versus a Rubik too. It's actually very similar support heroes that he's playing against.
Yeah, and do you like that?
I think he can definitely pop. He can pop the Rubik. Like a Rubik might have like some situations where he doesn't get anything off in the fights because he's versus Tusk and PA. These two heroes aren't very nice to play as a Rubik. You just die. They get on top of you. You don't get good spell steals either. The rest of the heroes, obviously, the Rubik is very good versus.
Yeah, a lot of other options for Hansken to look toward this game. And see how sort of the lanes end up going down as top lane S4 and Hansken up against mid 1 and Notel. And we'll see what sort of pressure they can put on. I mean, between the aura of S4, once he has it leveled at sort of the level 2 you would imagine, and the Fade Bot, it's a lot of ways to mess with the damage output, the PA in lane, and make it a little harder for mid 1 to get the easy CS up here.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. This should be a pretty decent lane for Alliance. The only thing they have to watch out, of course, is just don't get skewered. Level 2, that Shockwave skewer is always going to be an element. Rubik can die pretty easily to it. So as long as he doesn't get caught by it, it might be okay. S4, he should be able to tank through it.
Oh, mid lane, Thompson. Oh, yeah, with the Verifier just in time. Thompson did try for an aggressive play, catching him with the Cold Snap and the Tornado. They're both sitting very low at the moment in that mid lane. Notel, everything for the courier, and also does get a skewer, not quite in range of the tower though. So just lays down the Firestorm, punches them out.
Mid Thompson's getting extremely aggressive though, and it's hurting his last hits quite a bit here because he has to do so.
I mean, you're not exaggerating that for sure. I mean, yeah, 5 for 3 against the 2 for 2. First few waves looking pretty hot for Limp.
I mean, he's really just playing for the harassment though. Every single time he's walking up and hitting Limp, missing CS for it.
Bottom lane, the Seb Lina. He's just got himself first blood. I mean, we are seeing sort of a glimpse of it already, of how hard it is for these two heroes to sort of just walk around. Seb's going to be able to catch him every time with the Light Strike array against these two heroes.
Nico as well might just die here.
They've got the Light Strike. TPing from FNG is going to be there soon enough to offer up the Purification, but still so much damage between the two of them. And this is only on sort of the second level of them. I feel like this lane is only going to get tougher for Nico to farm in if Seb continues to get a good time and get this level advantage.
He's always going to be able to. This is a terrible lane for Alliance. Like, this Omni Knight cannot do much of anything but just hit Saksa. And Nico, baby, he's under the gun quite a lot. Every time he walks up to get last hits too, it's always risk of stun. And tag team plus that Fiery Soul is...
Notel tries to skewer, but is instantly cancelled here by the telekinesis. S4 as well getting low, so has to be a bit cautious about how he commits towards mid 1. And mid lane, we're seeing Thompson, he's even it out now. We're back to even here on the mid, as they do continue to both really battle it out. Very heavy on the aggression on one another. The CS has been equalized.
Saksa will suicide to get his mana returned up top. Looks like they're going for again. Skewer.
He's low. Another skewer from Notel. If they got enough damage, mid 1 taking a lot for the Firestorm. He's going to turn with the dagger, but the lift up's there. Mid 1. He's got to be careful. 1 charges in the Fairy Fire, keep him fine. Notel stepping back over towards S4, trying to finish off this kill with the Shockwave. Has he got the damage? He has. Mid 1 jumps over. They take down S4. Hotel, he'll be able to live as well. Gets himself away from Hansken. In fact, mid one, he's ready to turn and collapse in onto the Rubik with the help of Notel as they look to run down another. Mid one with the body blocks. He's going to have another dagger out. Jumps over. Hansken, he'll fall as OG clean up on the top lane.
This lane, it looks like it's deceptive because it looks like it's weak, but then it just has so many elements of slow in it because of the shockwave, the skewer, the dagger is constantly them jumping back and forth. Actually able to set up for both of those kills. Very nicely done.
Yeah, they need a lot of hits to do it, but as you say, with that sort of control, they're able to get the time to do so.
Which is huge for the PA, because she's able to farm up top. She's going to be able to get all this regen, too, for herself. And you know that Troll is getting pressured down bottom pretty hard by this Lina, as well as this Tusk. So you have to be feeling pretty happy right now if you're mid one.
Burns.
This will keep applying a lot of pressure. Unless a rotation comes from the Rubik, I don't see a way for Nico Baby to get solid farm down here. He's still at 19, which is pretty damn good for himself. But the threat is always still there. Like, Seb is always getting these extra denies because of it.
Yeah, Seb's just getting so much out of this bottom lane. You're going to see a good timing on the level 6 as well. Without a doubt, with the way that they're able to play this, you know, it's getting to the point where Saxa might be able to sort of have the space to make moves elsewhere and leave Seb alone with the waves pushing in under the tower.
Yeah, he's going to give him all that experience as Seb keeps it right outside the tower, too. So it's going to be stuck in that position.
See up top. S4 able to grab that bounty. They did try and go for the skewer play out on the rune spawn, but
bottom, Nico
not
Baby.
quite able to time it. Found him in the trees. He's trying to juke this off. Saxon not quite able to close in with the tag team. So Nico Baby able to walk off again, but they're low on regen. If they just got some more shipped out, they have. Yeah, he's just got himself some more tango sent out on the courier. Just needs to sort of constantly ferry himself regen against this lane where Seb and Saxa, they just do a hell of a lot of damage. If they get on top of these heroes, the damage is... It's so much between the tag team and the hard, fast hits from the Lina.
And they have arcane boots, so they can just keep doing it over and over again. And now they have a catapult wave, so we're probably going to see OG look to pressure this one a little bit more here. Push the lane, and Nico Baby has to go for a raindrop. He has to go for any of these type of small defensive items to protect himself.
Tries to turn a little bit onto Seb. Seb's got the movement speed to step out. Top lane, and look towards Hansken, but Hotel not quite able to get the angle on the rune spawns. Limp going to get fortunate again. 6 minutes in, he gets himself a second bottle refill. Farm between the two of them. Thompson taking a slight lead, but still very close. And of course, with these two heroes, it's just going to be all down to what sort of moves they're able to make for their team. As you know, both are going to play active. Mid lane, TP's going to be coming across. As they look to make the move already. The teleport and the MP buying a bit of safety for Thompson, but not enough. The burst is there from Limp, jumps in with the orb and the waning rift. Hansken is able to help out with that Fade Bolt as they do manage to take down Thompson.
Down bottom, Nico, he has the Heavenly Grace, which is protecting him quite a lot. God, they're eating. He just brought that raindrop. It's down to 1 charge already. Seb is literally just chain nuking him.
Yeah, he just had the raindrop and the whole set of tangos. He's been through the whole set. It's just that much spam. It's not an easy lane to play into at all, but he is playing it cool. As you said, Nico Baby's getting farmed. He's not feeding. He's not dying. So if they got the damage for S4, they're hunting for him. S4 trying with the jukes. He's going to get another Firestorm out, but Notel finishing him off with the Shockwave. Verifier pop, Notel. Can he get away from Hansken? He can. He's able to offer one final empower to mid one, but mid one won't be looking to commit any further onto Hansken.
Down bottom.
Man of health. See if they can finish the kill off onto FNG. He's underneath the tower. Dragon Slave clips him though. Seb gets him on the way out.
And they keep the catapult alive during all this is the most important part. It's 7.5 minutes in and this catapult's still going. It's finally going to start hitting tower.
Because he rotation from Limp. He's coming down to try and help Nico Baby. They're able to get the move straight on to Seb. In fact, committing with the silence to Dream Coil, everything. Nice. No chances are given for the Lina to run away as Limp will be able to burst him down. A very needed move that's going to give Nico Baby a crucial amount of space and just eliminate the threat of Seb being in that lane with the Laguna Blade potential.
Yeah, and all things considered, like, this is a very strong pressure lane that OG was running, and Nico Baby did not die. He's up to level 6 with pretty good last. He played it very cool. Oh, Limp.
Lane.
The jump actually, he's still stuck in the shards.
He wasn't quite able to make it over the wall of ice. The heal from FNG does come in, and that might just save him. He's out to the side with the Duke. Saxon's trying to chase. It's going to live. FNG just in time to keep his puck alive.
Clutch timing. Almost some small mistakes getting himself killed, but FNG bailing him out of a bad scenario there. And Yeah, like I was saying, Nico Baby, I think he's probably pretty happy because I think that this lane could have gone disastrous. I think he could have just chain fed in this one, but
we
the
would
little things.
definitely have seen other teams have their carry crumble under that sort of pressure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nico Baby, one of the best.
It's really important to point out the little things too in the lane. Is like him bringing out the raindrop, them just spending a little bit more gold on regen, him going for the wand. It's all these things that really add up because a lot of those situations he would have just died. Him juking out a stun, etc. It's really important to point out.
Yeah, OG, they really did bring a challenge to him on that bottom lane, but he's dealt with it the best he could, given the circumstances.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Seb, though, is still going to be very large because of all this, as he was receiving no pressure really down bottom except for the rotation. He's going to go for the mech build, so he's still going to be acting as this offlaner with his item builds.
I mean, and that works out at the end of the day for OG's lineup. It's all about the PA, right? As long as you're able to fight around and keep the PA alive, your job's done. You know, you have to be very sort of selfless with the build and just make sure whatever you're doing is just going to make the game easier for mid one to pop off. You know, it's a PA. This hero will just destroy entire lineups if you can get to the stage where you're keeping him alive. And the Heroes of Alliance, I mean, what do you think is sort of going to be the biggest threat for mid one's PA this game when you look at Alliance's lineup?
Pit and Coil.
Yeah.
Those are pretty annoying. He has to worry a little about Guardian Angel in some situations, but they do have Tornado. They do have at least a Dispel mechanic that can provide some damage, and Guardian Angel is a pretty long cooldown. I think the Coil and the Pit are the most annoying ones. He's got so much buff up, though. That's the one thing they always make sure they do with this PA is S4.
So if they've got the damage to take him before he's out with the Rift, they do. They do indeed. Just enough to take him down. That first level of Dark Rift, of course, does take a long time. 6 seconds to get out, and I think they killed him in just 5.
Yep, and this is going to be some incredible item timings. All 3 cores at the top here for OG, and there's a PA who's going to get away with a very early Desolator, and he will get buffed up. Last time OG ran this, they picked up both Medallion and Solar Crest. That shows how much they just want to buff the PA.
On him. Gonna have an RP straight away onto Nico Baby, but Nico Baby's gonna get a chance to pop the ult there with the help of FNG offering up the Heavenly Grace. Doesn't mean that Nico Baby will live, but he's getting dragged in pretty deep towards Seb. Extra TP's coming in his mid one. It's a bit of a longer TP, but he's still able to get the range for the dagger, and oh, the Laguna. Seb just blows him up with the ultimate. As Nico Baby's taken down, S4's hunting for No-Tail in the trees, but No-Tail's doing a good job with the dupes. He's running away, doesn't matter. S4 able to get that final hit in, cuts him down. Over to the side, mid-one moves over towards Limp. Limp turns with the Dream Coil. Tornado's down into the MP. Limp still able to jump over to the orb. Hansken's left behind. S4 can't turn, but he's out of mana. They did manage to get that kill onto mid-one at the end of it all with that final bit of burst from Hansken. Seb still fighting into them aggressively, but it's a close one. I mean, we're sort of seeing the PA and the Magnus go down. They do get Nico Baby, but OG losing something in return for it.
Yeah, they lose something pretty big there. I actually think he broke the coil. I think I heard that too, as the nuke from the Rubik comes out. Limp, no coil now for mid. Can't quite set up.
I'm going to try and run him down a little bit. Hansken. Stolen Tornado could look to set something up.
Oh, Nico Baby feels forced to go for the Battle Fury this game.
I mean, I like it. You know, you are against a PA with Empower. You know that if there's the only sort of chance of being able to keep up with that, unless you feel you're going to close the game early, is going the route of a farming item. He's going to need something, otherwise he is just going to fall too far behind.
Yeah,
this
so
is going to keep him in it.
The thing that scares me though is that it's not like the PA isn't going to turn up to fights though, and I feel like this is going to make it so Troll can't really show up to fights really well. So I think if OG, they're going to see the items right away too. They see that, they're probably going to identify, and I think they're going to look to play extremely active. As soon as Deso's up, like force a Roshan, and then look at Alliance, they're going to have to fight a Roshan 4v5, because you know that Troll is really not going to contribute too much. So I think if they can pick and choose how they want to play around that on OG.
Is under attack.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah, I think it's just hard for the Troll, because say if he doesn't go for the Battle Fury, what are you getting in the same time that mid-one's getting a Deso that's actually going to help you do too much more against the PA? Bottom lane, S4 goes down. It's a big Dream Coil onto the 3 of them. They have the damage to get the kills whilst they're under it. Limp's going to jump in with the silence. Hansken with the stolen Laguna. He's able to burst down Seb. The lift up as well onto Saxa. Big coil from Limp allows them to turn around, hold on to the tower, and by the looks of it, get all 3 of them. Big reactions from Alliance. as Limp lays down the law with that coil, and they
Huge.
hold the tower.
Yeah, absolutely huge from Limp. He's really turning up every single one of his rotations on point. 4-0-2, he's got Blink finished if he chooses for it. And yeah, I mean, I do agree with you with Nico Baby. He doesn't really have too many options in this game. It's like he can't do this BKB and the BKB Yasha into Battle Fury build that we saw before. Or I think it was like the Basher, but I don't think this game he needs to be able to match the farm.
Yeah, we'll see how much Mid One is able to do with this Deso, because it's a very quick timing. Pre 14 minutes in, Deso ready to go. He's heading over towards mid. Thompson. The catch on Hansken. And down as well with the cold snap. Hansken trying to run. Is there any help for Hansken? He's got a turn with the lift with the Dragon Slave, and the snowball's in. Hansken falls to his death. Alliance stepping away.
This is where OG's going to really kick up the heat. The Deso's done.
They've got this power with the PA strain, and they go with the Laguna Blade. The heals out from FNG, keeping S4 alive. Limp, he's able to jump in. Big jump again. The Dream Coil onto both Seb and Thompson. Nico Baby stepping over, but the Cold Snap's going to hold him back, as well as the Deafening Blast. S4 trying with the Dark Rift out. Is he going to get out in time? He's fully low. The punch is in. He's dead. He's not getting out today. As S4 goes down, OG is still poking at Alliance
Dire's
underneath the
middle
tower.
Is under attack.
Limp, he's able to jump in once more, bringing them down very low. He keeps getting these great initiations, but just that time around, no one was there to follow up. Nico Baby tried, but at this stage, Thompson just offers up too much control for this troll to be able to run into the front lines and fight.
Yeah, when he's got the max Wex, we see that Deafening Blast comes in. It's like 3-4 seconds of that disarm too for him on top of the Cold Snap. And look at the items like Thompson. It's not a game about him. It's a game about his team. As the Glimmer's done, Urn's done, and now he's going for that medallion, as we mentioned. All about buffing up mid one. Still very close though.
Yeah,
the troll is almost matching the farm.
Mid lane, Thompson. Yeah, every time he sees that orb come out, he's stepping in to see if he can interrupt. The attempt for Hansken. You catch him in the tornado, but lots of TPs coming in from Alliance. They're ready to hold this tier 1. S4 charging forward, gets the pick control onto Mid1. The Dream Coil's down as well. Mid1 silence, then burst him. The snowball not there in time. There's no save for the PA as Nico Baby moves on to Saxa with the battle chance. Jump towards Seb. Limp continuing to chase. The Light Strike Array holds back the puck for now. Seb's going to continue to run. Has Limp got anything left in the tank? He's going to have Blink of the combo up in a second, but it's too far to chase on. And I mean, this is their strength right now. You know, if this PA does come running at you with the power that Mid1 has, he is still pretty vulnerable to being saved. The only save they have is that snowball. So you throw everything on top of him, he is going to get blown up. Mid, Nico Baby out of mana, and with that in mind, he still hasn't got the ult, but the save again. FNG with the purification and the Heavenly Grace. He's able to run it out. I mean, this Omni pick doing wonders multiple times now. We're seeing FNG coming in with these clutch saves.
It really is. FNG every single time just seems to be in the right place at the right time. And I'm loving that Nico Baby, like this Battle Fury build, so far it's working, that he's showing up to the fights. He's not just strictly jungling. He even walks back to mid to make sure even before the Battle Fury was finished. So I like that he's contributing to his team, and we're seeing it. He's at the top of that net worth, and it's him involved in the game rather than just being a jungler.
Yeah, you love to see it. I mean, Nico Baby's just been so smart with his moves so far this game.
Look at Alliance. Every time they have coil, they're smoking. They're looking. They know they can take advantage. The mid one, he can just die. A coil.
Yeah, they did it before. They'll do it again. It's all about Saxa with the snowball save.
Yeah.
Here we go. The Dream Coil down. Saxa stepping forward. He's trying to buy some safety. He's holding on to the snowball for now. Now he'll come in with it. Buys a bit of time. Snowball over towards the side. Gives Mid1 the opportunity to jump out. Dagger as well to slow down Nico Baby, but the Heavenly Grace buff is there. Chasing on to Saxa. Saxa, strong shards, but they do have vision over it as Nico Baby will be able to slowly finish him down. Saxa tries to TP out, but they catch him over to the side. No tail. RP down onto Hansken. Drags him in with the ult. It's out from FNG. Mid1's got to jump onto the side. Seb will be able to turn with the Laguna Blade, take down Hansken. Nico Baby throws out the axes. Don't quite clip onto Mid1. He's being healed up by the urn. In the tree line, Limp, he's hiding. Jumps back to safety with the orb. Thompson got the setup onto FNG with the ult. The EMP has burned the mana. Dark Rift from S4 will take the rest of them out of there. As they do manage to disengage, FNG has been left behind, but they leave him behind to get the tower denied, which he will find. It'll cost him his life. But hey, tower denied, he'd probably take that.
Such aggressive. Both teams are giving each other so much respect. You see how they're just literally duking it out. It's 10 heroes show up in the bottom lane every time there is a fight. They're not looking for any type of split push. They're just looking for action. It's keeping it very close.
Oh yeah, 12 to 13. Only 1k gold in it. And one of those sort of rare games we've had here so far, ESL One Germany, where there's no real way of telling which way it's going to swing. Alliance, they've got a DD. It's going to be spotted.
Pretty big.
Sunstrike out. They've got to make moves on this. They're not going to want to let Alliance get away with this. They're
No
doing it
RP
pretty quickly.
available, but they have the Lina coming in with Saxa.
Let's see what sort of... They're already Alliance are a bit spooked. They know that OG's heading over. They don't want to try and take the fight whilst they're holding the pit. They want to look for it on the outside limb. He's going to jump forward. Coil only down onto one of them, though. As Thompson's able to get up to the high ground, he's going to be safe for now. They'll focus towards No Tail. Magnus is out. A little bit of an awkward dream call, kind of does the job. I mean, it pushes them back. They're able to get one kill. It's enough space for Alliance to feel confident going back into the pit. Tornado out once more. Seb stepping in, Limp over to the side. Silences Saxa. Good stun onto S4 as well as the MP, draining this Underlord's mana. He's not got much left to offer. Saxa's trying to run. So again, just trying to poke and push Alliance out of the pit. OG, can they continue to slow this down? Jump over to Hanskin. Kill from Mid1 instantly. Takes out the Rubik and he's ready to hunt for more. This alacrity he hurts over towards FNG, goes jumping down. FNG, he's trying to run, but the crit and the light strike array catch him. FNG falls and now OG, they'll move into pit themselves. The three members of Alliance, could they do anything to try for a steal? Limp could go for a jump. He's going to have to time it perfectly, starting to scout it out with the orb. It's falling low. Can Limp make the move? He's going to look to try for this, but the Roche, it's already gone down and he doesn't want to risk it. OG, they'll get the Aegis for Mid1.
Big fight for them. They show up with everybody and they have these timings. This PA now, with the Sage pick up an Essence Ring, he's a lot tankier. He had 1300 HP before, now he's all the way up to like 2k. So he can always act as this frontliner and just jump in a little bit more risky. Tower
to fall as well. Mid1 off the back of that Roche, starting to step ahead of Nico Baby's Troll.
And we're seeing, look, Alliance has to be very careful inside of these fights too, just EMP in general. I don't believe they have a single pair of, I'm actually clicking, yeah, they don't have a single pair of Arcane Boots. So when these EMPs hit, you saw, like S4, he's out of mana, he has to just walk away. They can't take these fights if they do get hit by these big ones.
Yeah, that's going to be quite the problem.
It is.
Well, I mean, as you said, we're seeing it already. It's not an easy fight for them to get into once Thompson finds the placement for that EMP.
And now full SNY. So the control that they had for Mid1, it's going to start being a lot weaker. On top of him with an Aegis and all these dip buffs that he's going to be throwing onto him. This medallion and everything else that they're going to be itemizing for.
OG sweeping in with the smoke. There's going to be a smoke up from Alliance. Already Thompson able to dispel onto Hansken, leads him with the cold snap. S4 from the side, offers up the pit. Limp tries to jump in with the snowball, takes them over to the side, but now they're both stuck in the pit. Saxa and Thompson, they're caught, and Thompson, he's almost certainly going to go down. He will fall. There'll be a rift out from S4 as he's trying to take them out of there. Nico Baby's able to TP away, but FNG will be left behind. If one gets the two of them.
Oh, Nocho almost RP'd and pulled him off the high ground there. That was really close to them actually getting Nico Baby down too.
OG starting to get some moves that are beginning to set them ahead. And Mid1, I mean, yeah, already with this SNY, once he has this Satanic done, the burst combo from Alliance that we have seen deal with him twice this game, that's just not going to work anymore. That burst is not going to kill this PA quick enough.
No, and the control isn't going to be there either, right? Like the lift and the coil is the two big ones. The pick can be a little annoying too, but he's starting to get to this point where it's just too much. And with Empower, with all this crazy amount of damage too, it's like you don't even feel the atrophy aura. It's only level 2 also, but PA goes right through that. Alliance, they're going to need some just real big ults coming together. It's starting to feel like they're running out of gas a little bit versus what OG's got, and this PA is just getting absolutely enormous.
Yeah.
And he's got good backup. Like we said, it's all about the PA. They're going to be throwing everything onto him, and when we look at Alliance, they don't have the same type of tools to be able to do it, right? Like they're not going to be able to even itemize for this, like a medallion, Lotus Orbit, Solar Crest, etc., to throw onto this troll to buff up. OG, they're going to do that. Like, look at Thompson. Solar Crest, Alacrity.
I mean, for sort of the first 15 minutes, this game has been very close. But at this stage, even with sort of the small advantage in gold and such, you do just look at this PA and you do just have to ask, how do they stop him? How do they stop Mid1's PA right now? It's the whole draft from OG were around just making this PA's game amazing, and so far they've achieved exactly that.
Yeah, even though he's died a couple times too. He's still just, he's getting away with the farm because he's got the Empower always.
Try and burst in the once. They're can do so. No, they can't. He's able to jump out, saves there with a heal as well as the Glimmer.
They have good high ground D though. This is pretty tough to push into Underlord most of the times, especially with this when there's a Rubik at the back. So they'll back up, they'll give some respect, finish up their items. Getting close to Satanic, like you said. And they're perfectly fine with this. They force everyone back. Yeah, he's extremely farmed. Thompson on the hunt.
He's going to catch on Nico Baby, but Limp's there. Limp is just going to jump straight away over towards Thompson. Mid-1, he's going to look to commit onto Nico Baby. Nico Baby getting pushed back by the disarm. Mid-1 very deep in. Oh! Oh, it's beautiful for No-Tail straight in, but the stolen RP! The stolen RP! It's brilliant! It's absolutely brilliant from Hansken. He's just turned the whole fight around. They take out the Aegis, they can look for round 2 onto Mid-1. They're in on top of them with the trial. He's held in place by the Ruba Sep. He's got the jump with the burst, the Light Strike Reyes, the Laguna will take him out. Now towards Nico Baby. Nico Baby getting low, he's still alive. Limp tries to burst Mid-1. The final nuke from Hansken, the stolen Dragon Slave. Hansken takes out Mid-1. Saxer and Seb moving in onto the 2 of them, but Hansken, the Ghost Scepter, will still get hit by the Light Strike Reyes. He got anything else to offer? Will get this Fate Bolt out in time. Buyback as well. Limp with the Dagon. He's taken out the Lina. Saxa is trying to fight this, but Hansken's brought back. The stolen Snowball Army in that fight. That whole fight, Hansken, the steals were incredible. Incredible steals from Hansken and Alliance. They end up coming out on top of it. They deal with OG in a situation where OG have the Aegis on the PA. It doesn't matter. Alliance with the moves of Hansken's Rubik are able to outplay them.
I can't believe he actually gets that steal in time too. It's looking terrifying for a second. He's able to get in range of it too to be able to set up for the perfect RP and they can turn it. But I mean, they still lose Nico Baby out of all of it, and somehow OG, like, again, they're back onto the map looking for moves. So it's a slight comeback there for Alliance, but
sure.
You can see what it cost them to be able to come back in the fight. They have to steal an RP.
Down bottom, they've got their eyes on Thompson. They're in.
Snowball.
Hansken again with this stolen Snowball, making moves onto the Invoker. They lead in onto Thompson, and Thompson's gone. The stolen EMP as well from Hansken. He's just doing everything. He is just, he's becoming the OG to defeat them, and it's working. He's doing it in style. Dream calls down. They've got the 2 of them. Nico Baby trying to step up with the shards. Will block Nico Baby off from getting in on this. Limp still trying to jump in. Saxa taking Seb off to the side with the Snowball. OG looking to maybe get a catch on the back of Alliance. See what they can find here. Look, Light Strike Array onto Hansken, but going in any further.
They don't have their 5-man. Thompson's still dead for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep poking at them until he does respawn, until they look to commit for the fight.
Daggering onto S4.
He's about to have, he's 50 gold from Satanic on mid-1 as well. Okay, he's gonna finish it.
Yeah, that's gonna make a huge difference. I mean, with the Satanic, he doesn't die to even those sort of plays from Alliance.
Top tower is under attack.
No. They're gonna need a blessing in disguise still. Eyes are really gonna be on Hansken. Like, he really has to, it really feels like he has to steal RP. Like, if they don't get RP in these fights, I don't know how they deal with mid-1. And now with the Satanic, like you said, even then, they're gonna try to play the high ground here. They have this big Dagon burst too from Limp.
Here we have it. Mid-1 leading in. Who's he going to find? Who's he going to jump? He's running straight over. He's going to look towards S4 first. Jumps in. See the moves here as Hansken gets the EMP down. That's drained a lot of the mana potential from Saxa. Mid-1 still trying to move it on to Nico Baby, but the heavily grace. Nico Baby saved the shard. They blocked him in. Mid-1 tries to jump over towards Hansken, but Hansken has the Ghost Scepter. He's able to keep himself alive against the PA. No-Tail. RP down. Catches Limp. It catches Nico Baby. Limp's down and out. Nico Baby trying to stand his ground. The Purification heals him up, but he hasn't got any ult to rely on. Nico Baby getting low, but the heavily grace once more getting him out to the side. The Light Strike. Seb catches him on the way out. The stun is there. Mid-1 cleans him up. OG back on form to coming out on top of these fights, and as expected now with the Satanic, Mid-1 is looking to be untouchable once again.
An absolute beast. Thompson keeps going down every single time. Actually feels like he's just dying in all of them, but yeah, it's really just Mid-1 he's untouchable. Yep. He literally can pick and choose which target he goes for too. He just blurs into the high ground into the fight, and then he just pops the Underlord before the fight even starts, so they're man down. Yeah, with all the buffs in the world.
That's very little that's going to stop this map. And now with the Lotus Orb done on Saxa, another way to save his core.
Also the level 20 finish, and he's got the, he's at 85% evasion. Troll quite a ways away from MKB. you're never going to be able to hit this guy. You need to somehow be able to find time for Alliance to be able to finish this MKB if they want a fighting chance in this game now.
Yeah, you need that, and I think again it's Hanskin's got to keep these moves up. If he can get the Empower steals, the RP steals, if he can become the Magnus for Nico Baby's Troll, then this game's going to look a whole lot closer. Without that, this PA is just going to be at a level that Nico Baby's going to really struggle to keep up with in terms of potential in the team fights.
Yeah. There's just, I mean, look, he's going to be Solar Crest, he's going to be Lotus Orb, he's just going to have all the buffs in the world as this PA. Do they have anything yet? Okay, they have the Medallion and almost the Solar Crest on the Underlord, at least. On the side of Alliance. But that's about it. And then I guess the Heavenly Grace always.
I made just a cheese for OG.
Uh-oh.
Okay, getting that nullify next mid one, and he's not far off it. Lots and lots of money on the mid one PA. 5k ahead of Nico Baby's Troll.
I mean, he's very close to having Nullifier. And then, you know, one of those things that I said might be a little annoying is the Guardian Angel. Then he never has to worry about it at all. No defensive items he has to worry about either. The Ghost Scepters, the Yules, etc.
Yep. That's going to get taken off. And again, as that move I said, if Hanskin, even if he is able to get the Empower, that's also going to be removed from the Troll.
Yeah, I think he's had it like once or twice in this game, but... Yeah, some Tornadoes also got it taken off as... Oh, look, Seb finds what a very fortunate item for himself. Telescope for the Lina.
Oh, that's always a beauty.
And he might actually just give it to somebody else, and then he keeps the Keen Optic, and then he has the bonus of double. So he's like the extra 200 cast range. Yeah, he's probably going to hand it over to No-Tail. And then that's all. No-Tail's job is just to hold the Telescope next to his teammates. Give him a power. Gaining that lead more and more by the minute.
Hanskin has got the blink now.
Okay.
So big plays potentially incoming from the Rubik. That's sort of who I've got my camera on right now.
They need him.
Defenses.
They really, really need him.
Dire's top tower.
Uh-oh, Nico Baby. You can see how strong mid one knows he is right now. It just sees the Troll, doesn't care.
That top lane has been heavily pushed out by Lim. See if OG are going to really care about that too much. This mid lane shoved right up to the base.
Sox is pulling the bottom wave also, if you see that. He sharded bottom to pull it into mid.
Just everything for the PA.
Yep, anything to push your lanes into. Since they have top pushing in, they want to be able to have bot and mid pushing in. They're setting up actually for Lim.
What? Onto No-Tail. Nobody really wanting to step out of the base for the kill. They don't want to commit for that. Also, OG sat around.
And Alliance, they want to be able to try to punish. The best move that they can do is like try to punish the TP from the Tuss and Lina, but
they're going to try
still
and jump
too
in.
strong on OG.
See if they can burst him even the once. He's going to put the Satanic rather early, but it's fine. Still able to jump out, protect the Aegis. That's Dream Coil down.
They can't even
have to worry about for the next 50 seconds.
They can't even capitalize of when OG splits up to try to go for these kills. That's how much weaker they are at the moment.
Go mid racks now under heavy fire from mid one. Do they have anything to slow this man down? It doesn't look like it. It's going to move straight over to the bottom. Continue business, Lim. And with the silence. But again, just very little that Alliance have right now that scares this PA. Mid one just jumping past the tier 3s in with the crits onto Nico Baby Nest for the Laguna Blade. Ooh. Brings Nico Baby down low, not low enough to kill the Sunstrike. Ooh.
He almost
Not
dies.
enough damage. Nico Baby will live, but Limp won't. Him and S4 outside the base taken down as OG just continuing to bully Alliance back to the base. All the space is there for them as they're just killing them. They're coming out with the buybacks, but it's still very hard to see what Alliance is able to do because after those buybacks, those deaths, they're now down 17k. Mid one just remaining king in this game right now. This bottom racks, they're gone. There's no defending here from Alliance. As OG looking to cement a very solid lead right now in this game one. 2 sets of racks done.
Nico Baby just pings the tier 4. He's like, end this.
Mid one. Oh, and onto FNG. Trying to get him close to the fountain. Not quite close enough. He's able to turn with the Satanic. Nico Baby pops the ult. The Light Strike arrays down there. They're just controlling Nico Baby. The Hex from Seb as well. He is healing up though with the remainder of that Battle chance. In fact, he's not going to die. He's not going to die. Nico Baby's going to live. Can they do it a second time? Silence out onto mid one. They have the damage. No tail. He's just going to RP and drag Nico Baby straight out of the base. Hanskin, he's got the stolen skewer. Sort of moves they can make with it. And looking for mid one. Benji being focused. Nico Baby's on top of the PA. Stepping out of the EMP over to the side. Hex has come out onto Limp. Limp and Hanskin out of the game. No buyback on these two. As OG just playing with their food here. Killing off Elias outside of the fountain. Nico Baby trying to stand his ground, but he's tripped up by the tornado. The final hit from mid one coming out. Oh, he's looking for the fountain rampage. He's looking for the fountain rampage, baby. There it is. Ultra kill. Give it one more. S4's trying to get out, but the Hex is there. Can they get it in time? They can. Mid one with the fountain rampage to close this game one up. As GG is called. I mean, they open with